What a beautiful start to things today. Lots of sunshine out there, more sun than clouds. We mentioned our guest in already this morning. That is Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency. I want to say good morning to you, Mike. Time for good policies.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Now, Mike is a busy man. We're going to run down what he just did over the last weekend here. But, Mike, today is a very big day. I know you're sworn to secrecy, but just roll with me on this, okay?
All right, I'll do my best.
You ready for it?
Yeah. Ooh.
It's a big announcement tonight.
Came with the special effects and everything.
Well, heck yeah, man.
Wow.
Northeast Kingdom Cancer Action Network is going to be busy to beat the band tonight at 98 Mill.
Yeah, we have a big mystery event reveal party tonight at the 98 Mill. And what in the world is a mystery event? Well, I can't tell you. I'm sworn to secrecy.
Right.
But what we're doing is we have an event that we're going to be doing this year that we're going to be announcing the details thereof tonight. And again, it's going to be at 98 Mill in St. Johnsbury. We're on Mill Street at 6 p.m. I encourage you to come on out. I'll tell you that it's going to be a fun event. It's going to be something that we hope will be pretty awesome, pretty exciting, pretty fun. Good. There's participation. I can tell you that. How's that?
Well, if it's raising money for the Northeast Kingdom Cancer Action Network, it is a win-win. So.
Indeed, it will be. And we I know, the way we're structured is that we have our actual nonprofit board of directors, in which I'm president. I got put in again because I don't know why. I guess they like me in that role. So, so we all have our positions, but we have subcommittees, and our event committee is the brains behind this thing that we're doing tonight, and we bless them for everything they're doing. They're doing an amazing job for us and getting some excitement built up. So yeah, if you can join us tonight, 6:00, 98 Mill for the NEKCAN reveal.
All right. So we kept to the secrecy code.
Yeah, man. I tell you, I told my wife about it, and I thought I was going to get in trouble. I mean, I guess I'm not even supposed to tell the spouse. So, but cool event.
I could tell you, but anyways, so you were a busy man over the weekend here. Share with our listeners where you were, what you were doing.
Yeah, so I am the national director for the state of Vermont for the Independent Insurance Agents and Brokers of America. That's a mouthful. So we also go by Big I. But if you drive by insurance agents and you see like that little eagle that's on the as a logo, that's a Trusted Choice thing. Trusted Choice is part of this as well. In fact, I'm on their board as well. But in particular, this past week, left Wednesday morning, and we had our annual legislative conference in Washington, D.C., and I spent Thursday meeting with the offices of Becca Balint, Bernie Sanders, and Peter Welch. And that's really the crux of what we're doing is we're going down, and all of us as national directors and other representatives from our state. We had our young agent representative from the other side of the state, Andy Skypack, came with me. And we just go to express, as a trade organization, what's important, what we're hoping for in legislation to help not only us, but help our consumers as well. And some of the big ones we brought to them this year is we really want to see the pass-through tax continue for small businesses. That's a big one. But insurance related, the big ones that we're worried about is we've talked about this, Jeff, the hard market, right? I mean, severity and frequency of claims are through the roof. We're seeing insurance rates going higher. We're seeing scrutiny getting tighter. And we just wanted there's some legislation that's taking place to try to bring back and dial down some of the litigation that takes place that can really be huge against insurance carriers and part of the cause of this, plus mitigation of natural disasters.
Well, I remember with our chats here over the past couple of years, folks, a hard market means that it drives the rates up because of the frequency of claims, like Mike said.
Yeah.
And here in Vermont, the last couple of years, my God, we had the catastrophic flooding last year.
Yeah.
All of these contributed to that hard market.
It's incredible. And we're the state that's kind of almost isolated. New England's not as bad as the rest of the states. My delegates that I'm friends with out of Florida, Louisiana, and California, I feel bad for them. I mean, it's incredibly difficult in those states. So they met with their legislators as well. But the other big one that we brought up this past week, last Thursday, was the National Flood Insurance Program. We want to see some additional reform there, some flexibility, the ability for people to go to the private market more and not be penalized if they have to come back to the National Flood Insurance Program. Also, just some improvements thereof. And every time there's a pending government shutdown, the National Flood Insurance Program is linked to that. So if the federal budget is stalled and it leads to a shutdown, NFIP shuts down. So let's say, for an example, you're getting ready to buy a home Friday and the government shuts down Thursday and you need flood insurance Friday, you're not getting it. So it's very imbalanced for the consumers. We're trying to level out that playing field as well.
Well, you mentioned home purchases. Sorry to step on there just a little bit, but you mentioned home purchases, and I think if I recall correctly, too, in our chats in the past, if somebody is looking to purchase a home or a business, whether it's existing or to build, if it is in a known floodplain, it's a requirement that they have that coverage.
It is a requirement. And that's another thing, is the uptake of flood insurance is a problem, right? Because those who are really, I mean, there's obviously exceptions. There's many people in Lyndonville that are in special flood hazard areas that must have flood insurance, and I suspect may never have flooded, or may never will. I don't want to say never, but may. But primarily the people who have flood insurance are the ones who sustain losses. So you need more people who are less likely to have a loss, and make it enticing for them to want to get flood insurance for an appropriate rate, so that you get more people to the party, so that there's more funds in the kitty, so it's a more sustainable program, because it's just going to continue to get so expensive that houses in the special flood hazard area just may not be able to afford to get the flood insurance.
Well, the insurance industry, not just here in the Green Mountain State, New England, but throughout the entire country, is very, very complex. And we can save this for another day, but there is a difference between a flood and water runoff damage, right?
Yeah. Inundation of water versus groundwater seepage, and we see that more this time of year, if we've had heavy snows that are melting along with rain for those April showers. We've certainly seen our share of rain. People have certainly seen their share of water in their basements. And that would not be considered a flood, and that would be worthy of a conversation of its own.
Well, any insurance need requires a conversation, whether it's for your home, your auto, your personal, or your business. So as we wrap this thing up here, reminding folks tonight, 6 o'clock at 98 Mill.
Yeah, St. Johnsbury.
Support the NEK Cancer Action Network and to get in touch with you for insurance needs.
Yeah, give us a call, 748-5224. We're located on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agency. And I got to say, Jeff, I'm still stinking bad, but happy to be back, because that was a whirlwind trip. So.
Well, it was, but you did what you do, and you did it well, just like you always do.
I try.
Good Policies with Magic in the Morning Tuesdays, and music for you from Maggie Rogers.